Yeah, so I should be live, but I can't see myself. Something's going on. Okay, here we go. Okay, and we're live. So sorry about that, guys. Had a little bit of a difficulty there getting into the feed. All right. Hope you're doing well on this wonderful Saturday morning. If you're not happy as a clam with your holdings in Bitcoin, XRP, Atom, I don't care what you have today. You should be in the money. If you're not in the money, you definitely need some mentoring or advice or something in your life to help you. Look, we got Bitcoin moving, Uni moving. Only thing not moving is YFI. Ocean just popped for me here. So, and that took a long time. So I think you're going to see now, I think you're going to see some big movement today on Saturday. Get ready to trade some futures. Get ready to get into the action. We have a lot to show you. If you stay into the end of the trade, if you stay into the end of the show today, I'm going to show you some how to trade futures. We might even open a futures trade or two just as an example. Teach you how to enter and exit on the 1 minute to perfect it. We did it last night or throughout 36-hour period in my group, and I did 15 for 15 futures trades, okay, in a row without one loss. It was actually it was a feat among men. Honestly, it was one of the amazing trading streaks I've ever been on in my life, and I was just so honed in. And you know, when the trade didn't go perfectly, which means it didn't go like all the way to my target, I still just took profits, however small, $10, $20, $50. And you know, some trades were 150, some trades were 50, some trades were 200, some trades were 30. But after 15 of them, they added up. I ended up taking a $100 account to $700 in 36 hours. So we 7x $100 in a futures trading account. Unreal. Shout out to BS Social Swap. I have to be honest, no one does this stuff alone. And I formed a trading group. If you want to join, there's a link in the description. It's Crypto Lifer Trading Group. And the idea behind this whole thing is, shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Young E, what's going on? What up? Social Swap, sell Uni now. If not, sell yet. This guy's always freaking out about, you gotta sell it. You gotta sell it now. Oh, sell Uni now. It's going down. I don't know, man. I make a trade and I just stick to it. Watch, I'll sell it right now, right? And if it goes up, are you gonna pay me the money that I'm gonna sell it right now at 327? Are you gonna pay me the money? Are you gonna pay me the money when I sell it, right? That's what I'm asking about, you know. And probably not, right? Yeah, things are moving now. We're getting some movement here in the. This is what's gonna happen, guys. You had large caps blow up. They leak into the small caps. Into mid caps, right? Now you're gonna get your middle small caps. I don't like to gamble, all right? Then don't tell me to close the position. Just say, hey, it looks like this, you know? Even me, I don't tell people to sell anything, you know? I give them targets and entries, and if whatever they want to do, they want to do. But I'm never like, yo, sell your Uni right now, man. Just sell it. Sell it all. Sell it all right now. I'm still in an Atom trade right here, up 10%, $200. I'm in an ETH trade, up $100. I'm in Ocean, been sitting in that for a while. I told you it was going to pop. I'm going to explain that in a little bit. We're up 1.2%. I think big things coming for Ocean today. That's my opinion. XRP Muser, shout out in the game. Yeah, XRP Muser. He's got XRP in his name, so you can only imagine how hype he is. Honestly, be a social swap. I trust you a lot. I don't mean to tease with you. I trust you a lot. It's just the idea here, you know, it's the overall concept. But you know what? I wouldn't mind deploying some more capital. Let's take a look at Uni. You know, for you, I'll raise my stop loss to 3%, okay? Because there we go. And you know what? I'll take profits, and I can always get back in. There's nothing wrong with selling, in my opinion. I like getting money. I don't hold things. I don't watch them go all the way up and then never sell. I did that before. I learned my lesson. I don't do that anymore. I'm the crypto lifer now. So anyway, shout out to everyone on the live stream. BB, XRP Muser, BS Social Swap, Colin Unger, Young E. So the first thing we're going to do is look at Bitcoin, of course. I'm looking also at XRP because it looks like it's flagging here. And it actually might begin to break out as we speak. So XRP on the 1 minute is beginning to break out. of this bull flag. Target for XRP of the bull flag, all you have to do is pull the length, like I said, pull the length of the pole to that last period where we came up. Kind of makes it sense. You can see it feels like a flagpole. But you put this here at the end of the line, and this is going to give you your target for the XRP if it breaks out bullishly. And, you know, usually you can expect to get 70% of the target. So what I do is I usually split the target in half and take profits 2 times. Take profits like right around here. You could always sell 30% here because that's a you know, nice place where it's probably going to have a little bit of rejection where it first came up again at 43. And then, yeah, or you could just let it ride. It's up to you how you want to trade. But, you know, there's basically everything in my mind is game theory. And we split it into 3. What up, Jesse B? And we split it into 3. And the idea is that you have 3 scenarios at all times. It's going to go up and hit the target. It's going to come up, retest. Or 4 scenarios. It's going to go up and hit the target. It's going to go up, retest, and then it's going to come up and hit the target. Or it's going to come up and it's not going to go all the way. It's going to hit maybe 1 or 2 of the targets. And then the 4th one, it's actually going to fall out of the pattern and become bearish. So you just really have to play one of those scenarios. Excuse me there. How's dominance looking? Finally going to have an alt season? You didn't think we had one? Funny. Anyway, let's take a look at YFDI. Is YFDI struggling right now? I want to see where I'm at with YFDI. OMG starting to move. Could be time to open up a leverage trade on OMG. It's in a double. Seems like it's in maybe a double bottom forming. That could break out. So I'm still bullish on OMG despite all the movement it had yesterday. Still bullish. I'm still tempted to open up a leverage trade there. Also, I'm tempted to open up a leverage trade with XRP. If you stay throughout the live stream, towards the end, we're going to give you a breakdown of how I went 15 for 15 trading futures in the last 36 hours. That's right, 15 for 15 trades. Wish I could like post the actual trades. I guess you have to trust me, but I'm going to show you how I did it. And I actually have people who were trading with me that were making the money, so they can actually come out and say, hey, I took every call he made, and I saw every single trade he made, and he did it. So anyway, I actually could pull up the P&L here, the transactions. I think I could take the trade history down on Bitcoin's trade history, and you can just see like in and outs. Probably gonna have to include that anyway when I go over this, when I go over it all. My 1 week trade history in futures. Yeah, I see them there. So we'll go over them. We have our in and outs, and I'll show you how we did it. Using 34x leverage, that seems to sit well with me. And Bitcoin pumping now at 18,800 too as well. Could be bringing up the market. Let's see that uni. You said you need to sell your uni. Okay. Stop loss did get hit, so I'll give you that, all right? Took down $44. Hope that that doesn't go all the way up to $1,000 today. And yeah. So that's on you, BSO Social Swap now, okay? I have enough positions. You know what? We can put one on you. So there you go. I should just call one the BS Social Swap, and I'll just take all your calls and see how that goes, and I'll throw you percentages whenever happens to that one, right? Let's see what's up with the chat. A little tired today. Obviously trading to the all ends of the night. Anyway, so let's see what's going on here. All right. All right, guys, one thing. Okay. I want to check the health of the stream, make sure we're not getting any mixed signals here. Okay. Early this morning, it just seemed like my internet was toggling itself. Had a bit of an issue. Okay. So Bitcoin now at 18.8. look like it's flagging right here, okay, on the 4 hour. So the 4 hour is looking hot. Insane, right? We're up here on the Stokes, but the Stokes can ride up here for a while, especially in a bull market. We're oversold, but we're not, you know, it says, hey, we can do more. And we were going to have our pullback yesterday, and we just didn't. We went up even more. This tells me that we want 19K, all-time highs incoming for Bitcoin. When is the pullback? You know, all I can say to you guys is I just keep looking at the MACD here, and this is a really good indication. Until I see this line begin to curve down even slightly, that's when I'll begin to close trades or close a position in Bitcoin. But until then, keeping the Bitcoin position open fully, because I just don't I don't see the reason why I should be closing that trade at the moment, you know. So, okay. So let's look at Bitcoin. I lost the chat. That's the problem. I don't know where the chat went. Let me see. There it is. Okay. Big money keeps holding it from dumping. Yeah. I got 4 or 5K in DOT. Bought it at 4.5 average. That's pretty good, man. That's doing well. DOT mooning like a mofo. Wow, man. DOT. So DOT flying right now, huh? Yeah. DOT's a hot coin we talk about a lot here on the channel. You know, it's going to do its thing. I have it right here going all the way to 674, breaking out, as you can see. Have these calls. Basically, I've called almost every one of these coins. Not called them, but I've created a graph for them, showed you an entry, and showed you a target for multiple positions. If you watch my live stream, we've gone over everything. Every single thing that anyone's asked or talked about, we've gone over it. So we prepared you guys for this the last week or two. We've gone over every coin, link, band. You know, I've showed you. And it's funny is I have a setup on almost every coin in my repertoire here. Like here's a setup for band going all the way to 774, right? So we're riding band up now. And you know, I had a setup for XRP. I gave that out. Like, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, I gave you a lot of people, oh, I gave that call. Sometimes that makes me laugh. Fine, yeah, I gave the call. Like I formed a group of people and I organized this all together and I told you, hey, this is, but you know, I just read the chart, man. I read the chart for what it was, and I showed you XRP is gonna break, you know, 2 month, 3 month resistant. It poked up here. Once it poked up, and learn from that, guys. Once you see something, once you draw this much resistance, like something has been underneath price for that long, and you see it poke, pay attention. That poke is the beginning of a big multi percentage move. You can also see how XRP was kind of, you know, it was just starting to form that. And look how this is a blip in the radar for XRP. A blip. That big pump we had. You don't even notice it. It's down here in the nowheresvilles. This is going to start moving up and up and up. You're going to see XRP. Just what I want to show you is see how this comes down and then XRP comes up. Take that and then make that your microcosm. Like make this a microcosm of the bigger picture, meaning this is XRP coming down and then coming up. So this coming down is the same as this whole piece of XRP coming down. And then it's going to come up in ratio. See how far? Like, so this up is going to be times up here. You're going to see XRP easily in a $1.34 region. And I've seen it at $3.31 before with my own eyes. And I've had positions in XRP. I ran that bull run like you wouldn't believe. So I've been through this before. This isn't my first rodeo. Been trading crypto for 4 years straight. I have a lot of knowledge to give to you guys. I have a lot of even just know how to calm your emotions, how you're feeling during a bull run. I've been here when you're making $10,000 to $15,000 a week. Okay, imagine this. Close your eyes. You're making $10,000 to $15,000 a week. You're in your house trading your butt off all day. Your wife's just bringing you food. You're not leaving your chair. You're just in that trading station, just getting it in. At this point, it doesn't stop. Position after position after position. The more positions you are in, the better. And you just want to keep moving with the moves, right? So ban now. And now everything you just keep moving into take profit. Unless you're into long-term holds, just take profit, take profit, take profit. I have my long-term holds. This is my trading account. There will be a time when the trading account gets so big that you start I start some long-term holds with it. I'm waiting for that pullback. Honestly, I'm waiting for that pullback. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. Like, there is going to be a pullback for some of these coins at one point. So, All right. Big money keeps stopping it from dumping. You got that right. So let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance and see what's going on with dominance, because it had to have given us a little breathing room. Yeah, 65. Beautiful. Beautiful when I see that. Big red candle. So we got rejected here at 67, came back down 2 points. We are hitting the top of this trend line. We could retest this trend line, but we also have way more in the daily to get oversold, and we just started our cross. This looks like it's coming down. Alt season for the next few days. Get ready for the small caps to start to erupt. The money's going to start flowing into the small cap coins. What you want to do is you want to look at CoinMarketCap. You want to study the ebb and flow of how the money moves through crypto. You want to be able to move, be like water, like Bruce Lee in crypto. Crypto teaches you, like, you just got to keep moving with the moves. So you see our large caps, right? Top 10. Bitcoin up 17% in 7 days. Ethereum up 17.33%. Beat it by a tiny bit. They're on par right now. Sometimes you can say, oh, I should have bought one or the other. They are on par. XRP, though, up 59% in 7 days. Easily one of the biggest winners of the week. 7 days, market cap of 19 billion, right? Traded $12.8 billion in the last 24 hours, right? Wow. Circulating supply, we don't even care about. XRP, should pay attention, but wow, Tether down a little bit, 0.03%. You can see because everyone's selling Tether. So that's interesting. Tether down. You don't want to hold Tether, you're down 0.03%. If you're a multimillionaire and you're holding Tether, you're actually losing a little bit of your gains. Interesting now. There is a time where you want to stop holding Tether and you want to start trading Bitcoin pairs. And that's going to enter, that time is going to enter soon, because that way you're just always holding Bitcoin no matter what. And you don't really want to hold anything else. You don't really want to hold Tether. I trade Tether through a bear market and into a bull market. And then I'm going to start switching my positions into Bitcoin positions. Chainlink up 20% at 15. Wow, 15.25. Insane. Litecoin 87.7, hitting on that 90. Polkadot 573, 29% gains for Polkadot. 10% gains for Binance Coin. Binance Coin a little quieter than normal. Cardano. And now you're going to see, so then we get into the mid caps, right? I mean, then these are all still pretty big cap. You got Monero, Stellar Lumens, 28%. Huge gains across the board in the last week. Zcash had a little bit of a halving, up 68. Remember that halving will bake its price in. It's going to be more scarce. Zcash, a big fork of Bitcoin, some people don't realize. I just sold Link at my target at 15.34. Unbelievable. Link just pumped like you wouldn't believe. Binance USD Waves at 641, up 48%. Synthetics up 32%. OMG up 20%. And the list goes on. And now, so what you want to see is the small caps. I want to see how this Energy Web token did. That's something that I feel I keep hearing is attached to Warren Buffett. We're gonna have to do a deep dive on that. Kusama KSM at 40. Waves is up. Is Waves gonna continue up? Is what you're saying? Is that what's going on? Ample4, Thorchain 33%, right? And now you want to start getting into the deep part of this page. Back into the 200s here. Hex, right? Look at Hex down 48% on the payday because people paid off that, right? They sold Hex on that payday. Credit Coin. I'm not a Hex. I never claimed my free Hex. I should have, but I just didn't. DeFi chain. I'm just looking for XFin, Metacoin, Bitball. You'd be surprised, but these start to fly. Coins you've never heard of. Nest Protocol up 15%, 240 coin number 247. Wrapped BNB up 10%, right? Axel, Crypto Box, things you just never. Flexicoin up 47%. 0.005 tenths of a cent. These are some coins you kind of want. Once you start making some big gains, you want to throw $100 to $300 into coins like this, 0.005. What happens is they go to 2-3 cents. Next thing you know, you go back, your few $100 is $3,000. I'm telling you, I was doing this during the crypto market of 2017 in the bull run. I would find beautiful small cap gems. Look at Core, still a small cap at 288, coming in at $3,500. So DeFi taking a little bit of a hit today. Let's see what happened to YFDAI. Is YFDAI still holding up pretty good? I'm heavy in YFDAI. I like it, but you got to know when projects pump, they always have a bit of a pullback. Just want to see how DeFi is is acting compared to this. Wow, DeFi doing great. YFDI as at 2,458. So YFDI really just doing unbelievable. If you look at it in the last week alone, you could have got YFDI for $1,200 on November 14th. It took a little dip down last night, down to, what is it, like to 2,000, and it came back strong all the way back to 2,500, and now it's sitting here kind of flat for the day, but this thing is up pretty big. If you look at it on the month, it's up huge. Now, why YFDI? Why do I keep talking about wires? A lot of people keep talking about it. Well, because Uniswap has a lot of what's called rug pulls. You don't know what coins, and look at YFDI starting at 448, and it's going to do one of those things. One of the smallest circulating supplies in the entire industry, 30,986 coins. Not enough for not enough for just like a small group, so for a YouTube channel of people to own. Not everyone could even own. It is a time to be alive. Shout out to Danny Setters for saying that. Danny, I love you, man. Love you. Love you all, guys. So we looked over dominance, doing well. Looks like it's going to still come down on the daily, dumping for us. That gives us a few more days of alt season, guys. So get ready. YFDI, hard to hold. I got 5,400 on it. Really want to bank in on that. Let's go, YFDI. What are you doing? Ocean now starting to move. It looks like I'm going to have to possibly move my stop loss to break even. I made this Ocean call. I said it hasn't popped yet. The 4-hour looked good. The 1-hour looked good. The 15-minute looked good. Wing about to pop, says my man. Okay. Do we open up a leverage trade on that? You can see Bitcoin. We have a position in Bitcoin, 0.71 Bitcoin. That is up. We got into that a long time ago. We just put it in. I may ended up selling some of that position out on high, so I want to make sure I have it out there. Atom now up $230 on the move. ETH now up. Atom continuing on its grind. I closed another Atom position already, 2 into profit, where I had a ladder out buy. I just had $3,000 in it, so I took the $1,500 position and I laddered out of it. I've already basically covered myself. Now I have the stop loss at break even. Atom is a position that's just going to keep ripping for me. Band is probably going to rip a little bit. I have my 723 though is my target. May cool down after it hits that target. So let's take a look at Bitcoin again and see what it's doing. And again, if you're going to stick around to the end of the stream, we're going to go over my leverage trades. Now, Bitcoin, this is the time to take profits. And look at the daily. It always has to come back to this 21-day moving average. So like we're either going to have to go sideways or we're going to kiss the 21-day moving average. We've been off of it now since the 9th of October. And like to me, that's a big sign that we're going to have a pullback soon. Take your monies, guys, get excited, but then eventually we're going to have somewhat of a pullback. It's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. So, the euphoria gets to you and makes you think that things go up forever, but they don't. Nothing goes up forever. You know that. I know that. And you make more money when you sell the top and get back in. So you also want to respect that, right? So Ocean now flying. We're going to take a look at Ocean. See if XRP. Yeah, see, I think XRP, look, this is a retest to me. Or we could even make it inside of a bigger pattern. But to me, that's a possible retest. Or it's something like this. Either way, it's flagging. Let's play it. Let's play the retest right now like this. It's going to bounce off of the support area and begin its new. The Stokes are good. This 1 minute, this is where you would enter an XRP trade. And this is how I do it. I sit here on the 1 minute. I zoom in very big. I see what's going on. And I basically wait for bullish divergence to occur on the RSI. Now, what is that? Well, that's when the price is going down, but the RSI goes up. So what you do is you kind of get, now RSI is flat while the price is down. So even this tiny move is what I'm really focused on. I zoom in really big here because it's super important, because this is all you need to see is this one place. And I wait for this to slide down like that, but this to slide either flat or go up. Now, if it's still kind of down, it's not fully divergence, but we wait. And usually you get one more lower low before you can enter the trade. So you open up your, so we're basically going to show you right now. I think I'm going to enter this position only because, and we'll do it small. I may not be able to babysit it like a bigger position. So think about live streaming, guys. Sometimes it actually takes away from the trading, right? So here is the position possible, right? It looks like we're getting my bullish divergence somewhat. We still have to see it. We're wicking off. The blue line is starting to curve. We could have a little more red. We're not sure yet. It is starting to bounce. The Stokes are there. Everything's kind of there for you. And honestly, in a regular market, it may, but wow, look, it bounced really fast. Usually I do get a lower high. So this one's hard to gauge at the moment. Starting to move, but that looks like it was the low of the retest at 41. So it's going to bounce off the retest. And what you want to do is you want to just wait, though. You want to wait for this blue line to curve. Until the blue line curves, to me, there's going to be a lower low, you know? So I wait. And I'm still waiting for the divergence. What I'm waiting for is for this RSI to curve up, but the price to come down one more time. I want the price to come down one more time. A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to buy right here. And that's why they get hurt leverage trading. Because they think, oh, I'm buying at oversold Stokes, and they get in right here. And that wasn't it, you know? We do almost want to wait for the RSI to get all the way low, but on even on the 1 minute on a really good pump, it doesn't happen. So there's our low coming in again, which we knew. So most people got in here, and now they're already underwater. Then they freak out and they sell the position, right? Not us. We get super calm at this moment, and we sit and wait. And we know that we're waiting for the divergence because so we didn't get divergence yet, so we're not gonna make the trade. Okay, we have to have confirmed divergence or we can't enter the trade. Now, oh, I missed it. This is the issue too. So they think they missed it. So they jump in like this last one. It makes you think you missed it. Oh, I always have to get the bottom and I'm going to miss this big candle. And what happens is you got up here, then you're down here and it's very tight with the leverage trading. So you end up losing money. We're going to get back to this. I can't get back to this. It's a live trade. So I can't get back to this. But I want to show you, if you stay tuned to the end of the live stream, we're going to get into all my Bitcoin trades that rendered a 7x on my futures portfolio. Bitcoin beginning to pump. Watch out. Watch out. Is dominance going to bounce a little bit? Let's take a look at my portfolio. Ocean now up $90, starting to pump. Right? YFI it's my one bad position today. YFI, one of the hardest things to trade. One of the most annoying. I remember this. Every time I try to trade it, it consumes me. It annoys me. All my other trades are going well, and it's like the one trade that really gets my goat. YFI. So BAN taking a little pullback at 708. Ocean now up 86. Atom now up at 582. Trying to take that money down at $6, up 11.9%. And ETH now still moving at 542. ETH should just make its way at 600 pretty clearly. We went over that as well. I mean, everything we've gone over, it's insane on this channel. We haven't missed a beat when it comes to a call. 4 hour looks good. Higher lows hasn't popped yet. Wing. Hey, brother, what exchange do you use? Kid Thrival. We use all different exchanges here. You know, we use Coinbase, we use Binance, mainly Binance. Is Bitcoin going to 18K? Then might to 21K. Yes, it might, man. So you said to sell uni, right? Let's just go over it. We're gonna hold you to the sell here. See, I just like to take my money, but when I took my money yesterday, I was in OMG and XRP, and I closed those positions way too early. I have to be honest. I'm in the habit of just getting my money, and I closed those positions way too early, you know? So now the blue line is starting to curve. It flatlined, and that tells you it is time to get into the trade. This time we didn't get bullish divergence established yet, so there's a chance that there's still maybe a lower low. I know you don't believe me. It doesn't look like it, but usually there is on the bullish divergence. What happens here now is we're going to get a lower low on this higher low on the RSI. This should come back down one more time on a big wick. So that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the divergence to occur because that's how they trade. So they sucked you in there and made you think you were in the trade again. They keep trying to make you think you got the bottom of these, right? So you have to be super expert about this, and you only can go on the divergence. So right now, boom, there was the confirmed divergence, in my opinion, because now the RSI is facing up. And that's where you would now, and now you have the MACD starting to turn, right? Still, I would wait and be completely patient because it has to be perfect. But in my opinion, now they're going together. And, you know, we didn't get textbook divergence, but in a real bull situation, you really won't. Things will be pretty, because the buy pressure will be so heavy that it'll be hard for it to hit the bottom of targets. People want it so bad, then it won't be hitting the bottom of the target. You know, it'll just be And that's kind of what creates like a difference here. Now the blue line is starting to curve, right? But now flatline. So until that blue line really curves on me, I just chill for a second. And sometimes I don't go into the trade if it's not 100% perfect. If it's perfect, then I'm in there, right? I like this right now. I do like the entry, 41.88, right? So you get into your futures contract here, right? And we're going to put a very small amount in this trade just because I'm in a live stream. So a very small amount. We're going to do this for demonstration purposes only for 42.08. Now, this is looking like it's about to cross and we're about to get in right now. So 42.10, we want to get in for about 10% and we're going to buy long, okay? And we'll put a stop loss at, let's say, 0.41. Make sure you put your zeros in there. It won't let you put your point in. And we're going to go very small leverage trade. Should be big, but I usually, if I can't watch the trade, then I make the trade small because I can't sit here and watch the trade. So we open the order submitted, and did we get it into the order? We did. We're in the position, right, for 20x leverage, okay? And then you ride basically you ride this MACD cross up. And as this MACD crosses up, you just keep riding it. And the second you get enough greens, you don't get greedy, you exit the trade. And it's just very simple in my opinion. You don't use greed and you just do exactly what you're supposed to do. And you don't falter, you don't change. So now if we look at the trade now, we should I can't find the trade window. Come on, okay, it's up here. It moved up here. So if we look at the trade, we're already in the positive. We've gained 11%. We've made 11% on this trade. And now we could close this trade and be happy. We could keep moving with it, but we made 11% already on the futures trade, right? And so what I usually do is I close a trade, something like that. Honestly, we could keep riding it up though. Right now, the trade's going in our favor. And that's how you do a futures trade. Like we just did one live for you guys and you showed you how to make a 20x leverage trade. We took 0.5% and we turned it into almost 10 there. And now will the trade go in your favor? You're never sure. See? That's going to come down. But usually it'll bounce off this 21-day moving average here. So you don't have to be too scared. I think you're still going well. But whenever I'm up, I close a leverage trade. A lot faster than a spot trade. You know? But that 21-day moving average usually is once we get above it, becomes new support. Like see how we came above it here and then we bounce. See how we came out above it here and then we bounce. See how we came above it here and then we bounce. So here, the same thing. We came above it and we should bounce. So you also use the same ideas of the back testing of these moving averages to make your emotions calm. Right there, you would say, oh, the trade's going against, oh my God, wait, no, but it's going to bounce off the moving average. And everything's going to be okay. So I hope I'm showing you guys how to leverage trade if you really want to know. And again, like, this is value because I could be leverage trading right now without live streaming and making even more money. So by showing you guys, I take a little hit in value because I can't make the money myself because I can't watch the trade fully, can't put my full 100% into it. But at the same time, so this is, I would close this trade. I would close this trade, you know? Now it's only up 1%, right? So and I would basically keep my capital garnered. You know, right now we got 2 bars, but the bars aren't that big. Feel like we should have gotten some more action. You know, we could get a pink bar soon, and then we could be in the negative. So what I do is you just hit limit order on this, and you can get out of the trade at basically break even. But that's how you would do it, you know, and you just keep doing this over and over again. Not every move renders you the most, but some do. Some you catch perfectly. Some you're a little late on. Some you're a little early on. It all depends on how the move goes, right? We should bounce off these 21-day moving average, though. That's kind of what happens, you know, especially when we get above it here, we come down, then we cross it. So I'm holding the position that we're going to bounce off the 21-day moving average here. Okay. Take notes while I relax and take totes. And you can also see we're forming a wedge now. So to me, the trade, it's kind of just a nil trade, right? And I never sit in a trade when it doesn't. Now it's like, see, now the blue line's curving, the stochastics are up. Now I get out of the trade. It didn't go perfectly. So I get out of the trade. And I ended that trade. We didn't make any money. I was up 10%. I should have closed it immediately. See? Immediately. The second you have a good gain in a leverage trade, close it immediately. And there's a chance this keeps going. One thing I have to say, it's hard to live stream and trade at the same time because I have to sit here and just, like, I would actually have to say, watch me live trade and just sit here and not say a word. Not cater to the live chat, not talk to anybody. And then I could do it, you know. Let's go for cake. It's uptrend. Green side of the Ichimoto. That was awesome. Tiago Cruz. I posted my leverage trades in Telegram. Nice job, man. I'm up from a Binance leverage trade example. 4 hour looks good. Higher lows. Hasn't popped yet. How do you put the pink over there? In here? That just, I don't know. It depends on your trading software. This is how the MACD comes. This is the MACD that I'm using. It's kind of this is a generic MACD. So, yeah, I don't know. This is a generic MACD that a lot of people use. Okay. Bitcoin, 8,843. So, yeah, seeing it this far away from the 21. The 21 needs to catch up. This needs to come down. You know, it's only a matter of time till they touch. Yeah, we use TradingView mostly here. So, let us know. Now, if we look at the bigger picture too on XRP though, see, I have to check my trades now, talk to you guys. It's not easy. It's not easy. Ocean was up hard. Wow, Atom now really making a move. Up $233 in Atom today. Every single trade really goes your way in a bull market. It's just insane. Like, look at this. 1, 2, 3. Except for YFI. YFI now, a pain in my side. Cake and Wing, I entered spot on ICX and BAT also. Okay, so we'll take a look at Cake, Wing, because those are the more low caps, small caps. So the small caps will start to fly. So he's smart with doing this. I have been looking at Cake for a while. Cake's been holding a good level. Let's take a look at Cake for you, Hadouken. So 35. Worry about Cake, though. It doesn't have the best liquidity, but you know what? That's okay. 1 hour on the Stokes look like they're coming up. They are high, though. We'd like to get them a lot lower, in my opinion, right? Let's check the 4 hour Stokes. 4 hour Stokes are low, too, but they're getting up there. And we're about to have a MACD cross. Okay. And this is definitely coiled up into a bull flag, as you can see. To me, it's actually just poking out for its first breakout possible. So this is getting bullish. Let's take its target here. It's above the moving average. Usually that's the first thing that happens. And it starts to get up there. So Cake, up to 47 from 35 just on this alone. Let's see how much bigger the move could make. Cake has made some big moves in the past. You can see this is some giant wicks for Cake. I mean, that's insanity. I don't know what that is, but that's probably manipulation, as we all know. Cake is also in that Wyckoff accumulation period. On that 4 hour, you can see it's in a really nice rounded bottom here. So Cake, man. About to hit the parabola and bounce out. You're right, it's looking really good on the 4 hour. Take a look at the 15-minute Stokes. You want to get the 15-minute Stokes down, so I wouldn't enter yet. I don't enter until the Stokes and the 15-minute come back down usually. That's what I've been learning would be a social swap. Save you some money. They don't know. It doesn't always work though, and we are above here. We should just retest and fly. Honestly, Cake's looking really good. Will I enter Cake? There's a high probability that I am going to enter Cake during the live stream. Not sure, but there's definitely a high probability I will enter Cake. So what else are we talking about? We're looking at Wing. Okay. Take over a look at Wing. Wow, $12 coin. Interesting too. Yeah, this thing is coiled up as well. 15-minute bull flag, bull pennant. Everything in a beautiful bull pattern. I love the way these patterns look. So it is rolling over, but you don't really, I don't worry about the MACD as much when it starts to coil, because that's, I mean, the MACD should be small then. So the up should be small, the down should be small. So I don't put that much weight on it. I do want it to curl up out of the position. This looks like a retest, possibly. So the retest could kind of do something like this. So we could be looking at a retest here, Hadouken, in my opinion, which would be the perfect place to buy right now. 1243 for wing. Let's see our temporary target. Let's see our 1 hour. 1 hour is still doing the coil up too, with a little bit of a pop. You could say it almost popped a little bit already. Okay. Let's see. It went up from here up to, it's already up about, it went 3% and then it took a retrace. So just remind you of that. 4 hour looks really hot to trot. Wow. Stokes, MACD, this thing wants to fly, right? So you'll probably have, you might have to wait a little bit, but the 4 hour here looks monstrous, like beautiful, right? YFI just loves to play games in this swing. It just keeps swinging in the same swing area. Band keeps moving, 710 for band. Cake is 40% down over 3/4 of a week, exactly, at Bagwell. Buy the retest. Now look at the wing. It's good. I entered fill on spot and leverage. My shouts in Telegram. Up $12 on isolated leverage at the moment. Okay. So now these two trades cancel each other out. Everything else is up. ETH is flying. Yeah, I got ETH at 546 right now. Yeah, you're right. Up 121 on $700. Imagine that, right? That was supposed to be just a tiny trade. Yeah, we just looked at Wing. I think we're all going to enter Wing. I think Wing's looking good. Hadouken makes great calls, honestly. You know, we've had like 2 or 3 tutoring sessions, and he actually, like, he just really studies. He puts in the work. He sees a lot of things and like tiny details. Sometimes I miss things and he sees them. What up, Ricky the Investor? What's going on, man? Fiat Leak showed 10 million flowed through XRP within a minute last night. Crazy high. I love Fiat Leak, man. Fiat Leak is the coolest thing. Like, probably should get. I just want to see. We'll set it up now. I'll go back to it in a second. But Fiat Leak is probably flying right now, right? DIA looking good, right? So you're talking about Wing, and look, XRP now. This will be where you would enter a leverage trade right here. See, the Stokes are about to cross. You're in the pink, and you would enter the leverage trade. You would zero in on this. You would start playing with the divergence. You would wait for your bottom. And you'd get back in again. This is on a downtrend, in my opinion, now, in a way. Or it's just like doing a strange breakout. Or it's making, I've been seeing this pattern a lot. It's been making these bull flags on top of a bull flag. It's really weird, but I've been seeing this pattern. Like, they're starting to do it all the time. I saw it in waves like about 5 or 6 days ago. Imagine if we held our waves position, Muser, that we made about 6 days ago. The call I made for waves at 304. That's what I'm telling people. I tell them that a bull market just hurts when and look at this. This is YFDI. This is where you would get into a YFDI. Look, we're going to double bottom. Here's a really good leverage position on YFDI. You see your bullish divergence forming right there. Swing down to swing down. You're flat right now. If you guys are leverage trading, YFI right now would be a perfect leverage trade. This is where you want to enter right now at the very moment. Yeah, XRP up, Bitcoin up, Ether up, Litecoin up. Yeah. And in Ross, yeah, exactly. Everything is flying, man. It doesn't matter what you're holding. So, except for YFDI. So, yeah. Except for the crap DeFi coins. Only thing I worry about Wing is it doesn't have as many people to know about it. So, it won't, hopefully, might not have as much volume. But we do see, guys, look, the cup and handle. Cup and handles render 40% gains. So cup and handle for Wing. There's your cup. Clean cup. There's your handle. You take the base of the cup to the center. That's going to be your target. So you usually get about 40% out of a cup and handle. Kind of slanted a little bit because it looks cool. And then we'll bring that up. And there's probably going to be some support and resistance. Right here we see the heavy support and resistance. There's going to be resistance there. Going to be a little resistance here and possibly even there for wing. So does wing get all the way up? Very possible. Let's see the percentage gains. Break down the trading plan. So nice that you can see it all like so neat. Exactly how it should end up being, right? So 10% coming out of wing just on that alone on the 4 hour. If we play this move, I'm going to watch these 15-minute Stokes. I like to just put an alert down here. So when the Stokes hit it, I'll get an alert. So all you have to do is hit Apple H, put like a line like right around, yeah, even on the dotted line, close to the dotted line. And then right click it and add an alert on it. And then you'll look for this little alert symbol, which is usually there. But I don't see it now when I say, oh, there it is. See this little green alarm clock thing. That's how you know it's there. And there's your alert. And see, if we had held that XRP leverage trade, we'd be down. And that's why we don't do that. We just play that MACD. The second we don't get all the we want, we get out of the trade. You have to cut your emotions off and do exactly what, it's just like a light switch. When you turn the light on, it turns on. When you turn it off, it turns off. You have to be the same way with the MACD. When the MACD turns, you turn on the trade. When the MACD turns, you turn off the trade. Nothing in your mind, oh, it's gonna, ooh, I wanna, your car, your life, your wife, that's all out the window. You become a computer at that point. You distract yourself from reality. And I think that's why I did so good leverage trading. I almost used it as a way for therapy. Like I blocked out everything else in life and I just stuck to one thing. Sticking to one thing can be really therapeutic. That's why people like riding motorcycles, because while you're on the motorcycle, you have to watch it the whole time. You have to constantly be, watching the motorcycle. You can't be doing other things, and it's therapeutic for that reason, right? So why have I? What are you doing? Okay, so there's your V-shaped recovery. There's where you get into YFDI. Wow, and you can see that's clear divergence. I mean, that's a dump. That's a beautiful dump, right? Look at that. Ugly. So the whole market's pumping, but this DeFi coin, right? People are deciding to drop it for Bitcoin. You'd wonder why, right? Did people make enough farming it? Is DeFi having a bit of a bubble today? Is the DeFi bubble popping today? Should that have been the title? Slightly. A little bit. Not big, but slightly, in my opinion. Okay. I don't trust that coin, but don't care about that. Only want to make money on it. Take 25% on Wing and be out. Yep, I agree, man. So you think Wing is going to be the one? That's interesting. LTO had somewhat of a move. Oh, so wow. So everything's taking a bit of a dump right now. A huge dump. So Bitcoin must have taken a dump. That's how you know. You just go look at Bitcoin and you'll see that they're all following Bitcoin. Yeah, so Bitcoin hit this high, 18,890, and got rejected. Heavy rejection. This is a perfect time to open a Bitcoin leverage trade. Right there on that wick on the 1 minute. That's the biggest wick we've seen in a while, though, guys. But it did get bought back up yet again. Didn't continue the onslaught. We got rejected very hard, though, at 18,900. So let that be a known thing that someone had a huge order there. That's all that matters. Someone had a huge order there, and they took it thinking some big bull right now was like 18.9 is where I'm out. And he's now pissed because now we're going to blast right past it. And he's going to be like, what? And that's how you open the leverage trade. Had you opened the leverage trade like right when I told you to? That's why I can't live stream and leverage trade. It's almost impossible. But right there, if 34x is how I usually do it, that's 0.7%. I would have made about 25% already on the leverage trade. People taking money out of Bitcoin to buy alts. Yes, I think that was just a whale who sold at 8.9, triggered a bunch of sells. Some people got ferried, but so many people were sitting who didn't get into Bitcoin yet, and they're waiting. You have to remember, the whole world now, CNBC, Arya from Game of Thrones, the whole world is watching Bitcoin right now, and they're waiting. Their friends are making more money than them, and they're like, damn, I didn't get Bitcoin. They're starting to FOMO like you wouldn't believe. They want in on Bitcoin more than you would ever believe. You can actually calmly open up a leverage trade right now on Bitcoin because it's in a nice place after that dump, right? So here, we're going to go for 34x leverage. 35x, 34 for Paul Pierce, 33 for my favorite 33. How's that? And we're gonna use about, I like to use about 18%. Okay. And yeah, the point is not to use all the money. Yeah, the truth, man. Not to use all the money, right? So 8795, we go back to this. This is going to look nice. Starting to make a move. Could we have divergence? This could get another low, actually. Wait a second. Sometimes I get another low. I don't know, though. I feel like the buy pressure there was just too heavy and too fast. See, that's what I was trying to talk about the divergence. And once we break above the 200-day moving average, you can see, then we're going to start to move up. Every time we break above it, no matter how low we get, we break back to it. It gets sucked. The price gets sucked to it. Look, down here, we get to the 200, 200, 200. We're below the 200. So all you have to do is play that we're going to get sucked back to the 200. So we did get sucked back. Now we're going to be up there. Stochastic's looking good. Waiting for this to turn for perfect entry. You're waiting for this to turn for perfect entry. And if you do this over and over again, guys, I'm telling you, just use the MACD to make the trade. So to me, it could come down even more. It could come down one more, even lower, and then confirm the bullish divergence. I see it, and there it is. Usually I go in on that second. Once the RSI determines a second hill, to me that's usually it, because I don't see the RSI like bend back down. It rarely happens like, see this? It keeps going. This, it keeps going. It's very rare I see, because that's the momentum of the move. So now we already missed half the move because I'm explaining it to you. So this is something that wouldn't be happening if I was leverage trading. I'd be just sit here doing my thing, right? And we already missed a bit of the entry, you know? So you hit your entry here. It's very annoying to leverage trade, in my opinion. My profit is 19,400. That's where I really want to get out. My stop loss, I'll say, is 18,000. And I'm going to get an 808. That's it. 8803. I like 8803. And we're going to buy a long, and then we're going to move that to about 18%, 2019. And we're buy a long there. Order submitted. So we have an open order now. And we're going to try to get it at 1803. We're going to hope it comes down and flips your order. Come on. Ooh, we got close. We got close. This is tough because once you try to miss it and get it, and then you're flipping around, it's not easy. So you can make another one and cancel the first one, right? See, we missed it. We missed a lot of that move there. And this is how fast you have to be super calm. And now you have confirmed we're going to get a move now. So this is a perfect time to enter the trade if I can't enter it. It's hard to enter it. And the adrenaline is like, it takes a lot. And it's annoying, I'll be honest. You just have to stay super calm. So 18,000, 829 is nice. But now we're at 821. Maybe my first order could still fill, you know. You're always like, the price is moving so fast. And the second I hit this button, it negates the pull, this pull. And I don't like that. I have to do the pull again. So we got 8832, and we got into that position. We're going to cancel the first one. And now we have an open position. And we're already at 0.3%. And hopefully the position just keeps going into the green, because you made the call below all the moving averages. See, these are cool dips to buy, but the best dips to buy are below the moving averages, because it always seems to get above them again. I learned this the other day. So whenever I see that the price gets below the 200, that's going to be like the perfect leverage buy, in my opinion. So now it's already up at 849, and we've already cleared 3%. You see how that works? We're already up 3% because we're using 34x leverage, and we already made a move. And now you could close this trade and be done. So that's how you do a leverage trade, and that's how you do it. If you're new to leverage trading, or you don't know how to trade, you just use these. You just do what I'm doing, and then boom. And I'm proving profits every day, constantly, live. This is still up 2%, not a huge amount, but 2.5%. I could close the trade and make 2.5% in literally under what, a minute and a half, and that's how you leverage trade, guys. You get in from a position of strength. Okay. So you guys stayed throughout the stream. I felt like you deserved the leverage trade. You know, what's the average contract size you were entering with 34X? Between the contract size is between, I'm usually using $100 to $200 to $300. If I'm feeling really lucky, $300, but excuse me there. Ooh. If I'm feeling really lucky, $300, but usually between 80 and $150. So the contract size would be what? You're looking at 100 times 30, which is 3,000, right? So like right now I'm holding 0.11 Bitcoin, right? So $1,000 in the contract, right? So if I make 50%, you know, you're trying to clear some money, depending on it. But if you make 50%, you make 50% of your initial, right? But the contract you're holding gives you the ability to make your initial, to make almost 100% off your initial, right? So, and very small. Honestly, just started leverage trading, and this is like 15 for 15, doing this exact thing over and over again. I've been spot trading for years, and in a way, I've been leverage trading in a way. And you're gonna see what happens is price comes up, breaks above, and it's gonna start using this moving average. Then it's gonna break. It actually, I've watched this. It goes up each moving average on a bounce. So here, look, it bounces off the white, bounces off the red, bounces off the purple, bounces off the blue, and it's out. And you're gonna see this. See, the first one we're gonna hit was the yellow. Now we should bounce off the blue. Then we should bounce off the red, and so on and so forth. If the momentum of the move is strong, right? MACD is turning down now, which is a little strange. Don't always see that. Stokes kind of need to flip back up. We need more momentum on the MACD, the green. We got our cross now, so now we be in the trade until the cross looks like it's not going to happen, right? And again, I probably got lucky. 15 out of 15 times this cross showed we got into the positive. And honestly, whenever you're inside, I was showing this, whenever we made a trade last night down here, earlier in this wick down, and whenever you're below the moving averages, you end up getting out on the other side, below, out on the other side. So I'm going with that idea. We have the wick, which is the buy pressure. We're going to get sucked out to the other side of the moving averages. 1151. Bitcoin at 8,821. You have
5 minutes.
Thank you. Ocean doing well. Wi-Fi coming back up a little bit. Band doing well. 707. Trades going well. Think of entering Wing. Will it get away from us? We don't know. Oh, now Bitcoin just took a bit of a fall. Right? 793. The leverage trade is up, is different though, because the leverage price is usually way higher. Like right now I'm down $1. And so what I do is I usually close the trade down $1 or $2. And then I go out. Like, cause to me, look, we're gonna bounce off the 200 again, which usually is not, yeah, we might do one bounce. Sometimes we go above it and then we bounce again like this. We came above it, we bounce. We have to bounce off the 200. If we don't bounce off the 200 and we fall below it, I'm also gonna close the trade. You know, that just negates the bullishness of the move. Hopefully we get a very small MACD cross and then a larger bullish cross, which I'm expecting here. See? Pink, get the move, and now this could be the cross, hopefully, even though we didn't get it yet. So you don't freak out. You don't close these trades based on the moving averages. You use those as support. Use those as support. And the back idea is that we're bullish to higher low. Look, we have a low, higher low is right here. We have a high, higher high. We're in an uptrend. We're in a confirmed uptrend at the moment. At the moment. Let's take a look at my ocean trade. Show you why I took it, what's going on with it, and yeah, maybe you can learn something about a trade you're in. Link at 1508. Who would have thought? You know Link was going to fly. So last night, man, everything just decided to explode. One up 7%. OMG at 403. Will it? You know, to me, OMG is still, if we look at it in the 1 minute, OMG is still extremely bullish. I feel like it's just waiting for a moment to break out. So watch OMG, man. It keeps respecting the bottom trend line here. See this bottom trend line that it's liking? It bounced, it bounced, it bounced. It's really liking it. We got a wick too. That's buy pressure in my opinion. Somebody likes OMG. Somebody wants this thing to moon. That could be your perfect entry at 402. then you could put a very small stop loss because this is the bottom of the pattern at like 2%. Don't risk a lot, and if it moves, it moves, and if it doesn't, you just get out. So that's kind of the plan. That's how I play these. I buy the bottom of the pattern over and over again and make a move, you know. Bitcoin's still struggling now, down $3. That's why, and I also didn't use a lot in the leverage trade because I'm live streaming. I'll be honest, I can't. If someone's going to ask me a question, I'm going to go back and forth. You cannot leverage trade and do anything else. You can like listen to music and like have a video game maybe you're playing. Like you can be like, you can have the screen on right there and you can be, but you have to be present. Like you have to be right there, like watching the trade out of your peripheral. You know, you go to the bathroom, come back, but like you can't like go play soccer or go out with your friends, or even go for like an hour long walk, because you'll miss the one moment you've been waiting for. And unless you have your perfect stop loss, then everything is timed right. It's just, I found that I have to be in the trade the whole time. If I want to leverage trade, it's going to be, I have to be committed to leverage trading. I have to really want to do it all day long, you know? So Ocean, to me, look, it bounced off the 200-day moving average here, had a double top, but it took a nice bounce, starting to move again at 56. Now, when I looked at Ocean on the 4-hour, I saw that it was in a bull flag. Okay, I have my bit of my Elliott wave theory, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. So we're about to have wave 5, the impulse move, right? 34% gains for Ocean. I saw the stochastics were double bottomed on the 4-hour, giving us a really good sign. And we just had a cross on the MACD. And the MACD cross hadn't occurred yet when I entered the trade. So this to me looked hot, and it was the bottom of the pattern. So you didn't only have to put in a very small stop loss to get into the trade. Things are just looking very good. We also had a golden cross here with a 50 cross the 200-day moving average. All these things were big indications to me. Yeah. So it's interesting to me now what's happening on the Bitcoin trade, because it's not going like, I watched literally 15 trades yesterday, and now the Bitcoin trade just isn't going the same way. See, and there's your YFI leverage trade like I called out for you guys. And you would have taken that 2% and 30 exit into 60%. If you had done my strategy with 34x and about $100, you would have made, you know, about $60 on the trade. And it would have only taken you about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 30 minutes to make. So that's, you know, that's $100 an hour. So you have to respect the hourly wage that you're getting. Remember, like really, really, really wealthy people make, you know, $100 to $400, $500 an hour. So once you're making $100 an hour, you're getting into the wealthy class. And so that's why, I mean, who are the richest people in the world? Traders. Traders are some of the richest people in the world. So there's your divergence though too. That's funny. It looks like it's going to make a giant divergence. Or if it can do that, if it can go higher but still go lower, then this is where you double down into the trade. This is where I would double down, and I would actually make the trade bigger, because we have a double bottom here on the Stokes yet again. This is going to come up. Yeah. So to me, this is hidden bullish divergence right there. And that's where you enter the trade. Exactly. So I'm actually going to open up another position now in Bitcoin right there at this moment at 761. Okay. See how this works? Because now we have confirmed bullish divergence. So 765, and it's going to fly from here. It's almost going to be hard to get in on these. So 761, and we're going to buy the long there. Order submitted. Did we snatch it? We did. Oh no, it's an open order. We got in. So it opened the order. We got thrown in. So now we're in for a second position. We added to the first position, and we're further into the trade now. Now this should actually extend itself. Double bottom, right? So it's looking good. We got rejected there by the 21-day moving average. Things are moving down, but this is how I play it. This is how I play it. What did you use in the futures market? Limit or stop limit? The XRP trade. I just hit, what I do is I manually get out with a limit. I'm getting in and out manually, as I said before. Like I run right here and I hit limit and get out. I just hit this price and I hit limit. Hit this price, hit limit, hit this price till I finally get out. Usually it goes out really fast. I hit this price and I hit limit and I get out. I close the positions manually. But when I'm up here, I hit take prof stop limit. See that? And I just put a stop loss and a take profit. I don't use a stop trigger like with the limit order and stuff like that. And again, the trade could still go against me. I'm down $10. Once I'm down about $20, I close the trade. I have a risk limit that I want to be at, right? I don't want to be at higher than my risk limit, you know, and that's just how it works. So once you basically establish your risk, you're able to, like, it's like plan your trade and trade your plan, you know? That's kind of the idea here. So we had a resurgence, a little bit of a pullback right now. And remember, every time we have a pullback, that money's going somewhere. And it's not leaving the crypto space. So it's getting into some altcoins. And then when they go, people go back into Bitcoin. And it becomes a vicious cycle of Bitcoin feeding alts and alts feeding Bitcoin. And so on and so forth. In and out, in and out. They basically wrap each other around. All right, guys. I just want to look at market sentiment. I like to read the ridiculous... I like to read the articles, what people are saying about Bitcoin, because they should have been talking about it for years, but now they decide to talk about it. And they want to sound smart when they're talking about it. But you wouldn't have been... You're not smart because you're so late, you know? Like, you didn't see the obvious writing on the wall. What's that sound? Hold on. What's that sound? There's like a humming. It's like a truck outside. Huh? All right. Well, crypto market sentiment is out of positive zone again. Bitcoin Cash is victorious as out of the positive zone again. What does that mean? Given the last week's score, 6 was even more. Blah blah blah. Bitcoin Cash went up a bit more. This article sucks. Sorry, guys. So Wing, alert on Wing. I would have an alert on Wing, huh? And what? It disappears my line every time? So the 15-minute Stokes are now down where we want them to be. That's where my alert was for. It basically, I guess it disappears my line. I don't like how it makes the line disappear, but it did what it's supposed to do, right? There was our alert saying when the Stokes came back down, Wing's now where we want it to be. Wing USDT. That's the call, huh? That's the call. The futures trade's still going well. We'll see how it goes. This one we should pull off and profit due to the bullish divergence that we saw. Yeah, I'm always torn between taking profits and letting it ride. But honestly, as long as you just keep taking profits, fine. You let some go. Like XRP would have made a killing for me. But hey, you let some go, man. Like this right now, once Bang goes below 7, to me, that's like something's wrong, right? The trade isn't going well. So I'm going to edit this. I'm going to just move my stop to 7. And then, see, I did this yesterday, and then I regretted it greatly. So I feel like I'm going to do it with one and not do it with the other, you know? So yeah, basically, add them up $200. I've been in that trade a long time though, so it's basically coming into fruition now. But I'll at least put my stop loss into 3% profit. So now stop losses go into profit. Just a little bit though, you know? I don't want to get whipped out, so I'm going to play it kind of close to the bone. Ocean, that was up $90. Now it's kind of, but it finally popped for me. We were down $40 for a while, so that's great. And that's how you see your whole portfolio change numbers, because out of nowhere, you go from being down 50 to up 50, your portfolio, that's a $100 swing. And if that happens in 3 or 4 positions, that's really a $500-$600 swing. So it's like, I see my portfolio swinging by $1,000 sometimes in a day really easily. All right. What did you use in the futures market on the stop limit? All right, guys, one last thing. If you want any last tickers, I got to make a run. I'll be out of here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. 12:10 actually, 12:05. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to go over before we get out of here. Thank you so much for breakfast. Wow. Pancakes with scrambled eggs. Fresh lemon water. Homemade pancakes too, not out of the box. We make our pancakes. Guys, you want to know how to make pancakes? It's 1.5 cup of flour, a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of a tablespoon of sugar, and 3.5 tablespoons of baking powder. That's it. Then you melt butter in a pan, about a half a stick to a stick of butter in a pan. You mix an egg with it, and then you mix it in with the flour and what I just told you. And that's how you make it. What's up, Ben? How you feeling, man? Shout out to you. So now we're moving on the leverage trade. Bitcoin pumping, man. An opinion on DOT. Well, DOT's a large cap. So it's going to move with the large caps. It's going to be harder for it to move. That's my one thing. But I mean, I did a prediction on DOT in one of my videos earlier. $400 DOT. I think $100 DOT is very easily obtainable. I think it has a huge use case with a lot of people talking about it. So I feel like there's a lot more coming for DOT. Long term, if we look at the 3-day, it's about to come back to its all-time high here at 690. And once it breaks 690, it's in price discovery. And at that point, it could start making, it could go up to $12 really fast. You know, you could see a big double up. So even 5 right now, despite the big pump, is a really good price for DOT still. I'd look for a pullback after all this. I've never not seen a pullback. Like, it's almost impossible. The market cap up like this, all these different coins. I do see DOT going all the way up to 676. That's my target here out of this falling wedge. So you could stay in DOT, move your stop loss up, or just keep accumulating. Not now, but wait for your next dip. But I would accumulate DOT. I would make sure I have a bag of it. You could see it was in this white. This is accumulation. Whenever you can draw your bowls, guys, this is accumulation. Start buying when it hits the bowl. Every hit, there's a hit, there's a hit, there's a hit, there's a hit. Buy the hits of the bowls. That's all you can do. And accumulate. 1, 2, 3 dollar cost average into the bowl, and then you're off to the races. So that's my DOT. So there you go. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Kid Thribble, what's the average contract size you were entering? Yeah. BS Social Swap. That's what they let the stock to 35 minutes to stock to the bottom. Yep. Bitcoin is struggling, though. This is the first time the leverage trade kind of is going sideways. So it's telling me something, that we don't have the momentum for Bitcoin that we had during the middle of the night. It's a little slowed down. It was a Friday night, and we had people in, Asia probably waking up. Slightly feeling a little bit of a pullback today. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, you're already doing the right thing, guys. You are. You know what's up. You got good vibes. You're attracted to good energy. And you're a positive person. So, I was asking about DNT. Oh, wow. My screen said DOT. Let's look at DNT then. Real quick, just to show you guys I go above and beyond. Coinbase, are you in the Bitcoin pair, Tether pair? I'm going to give you the Tether pair, just because that's like the actual price, the American price. It's the only one they added to Coinbase. Wow, it's in the dumps right now. This is interesting. Oh, this is 0x. Yeah, District OX. I didn't realize it was DNT now. But District OX, yeah. This coin's been out for a long time. Let's look at it on the 4-hour. Not a lot of information. Oh, this looks like a new coin though on Binance, huh? But I remember this coin, District. It's weird. I remember this coin back in the day when I was trading. Maybe it wasn't on Binance. So yeah, it had a nice little pop already. It had a run up. I don't know anything about this coin. I haven't researched it. Up 14%, but then it came right back down. Almost a red engulfing candle. Has a cross in the 4-hour. You need to look at the 1-hour to get more information. Stokes are coming up. Yeah, I mean, anything could pop today. It's hard to get a reading on this because it's just in a falling wedge. It just broke out. It's hitting the 200-day moving average, and it's starting to move up. You are seeing the 200 cross the 50. That's usually when things start to roll in a good direction. So there's a chance this is a buy point right here. I would wait for the Stokes to get a little lower, possibly. They are curving, though. Try to use the 1-hour for your best. Yeah, see how we stopped right there on the 21-day moving average? We came down, we stopped there. I would wait for your MACD to roll back over and enter it, Let us know if you enter wing. Okay. I'm up 100-ish. Was just going to sit on it. I would take profits, man. I would take profits right now. I would just learn how to take profits. See, when you say stuff like that, it lets me think that you're not in the habit of taking profits. And I'm not trying to be rude, but you want to be in the habit of selling. If you want to trade for a living, I don't know. If you want to just hold and invest, that's a completely different scenario. Like I have two different allocations. I have two different portfolios. One is a trading portfolio, one is a hold. And once I decide something is a hold, then I start putting it aside and that's it. Like I'll trade Link in this account and I'll go up and down with Link, but I'm buying $25 worth of Link a week in another account, right? Yeah, I like that. Put some in Pax Gold, put some in USDC. He's smart. I like what he just said. Take profits, put some in your bank account, put some in Pax Gold, pick some in USDC. Done. Tiago, that was really well said. I really like what you just said there. Unbelievable. Really good advice. Really good advice. Adam at 578, still going to do good. I just got to check if Adam is going to come back down because I have to close the position or not, depending. I've been in Adam since Friday the 13th, though. So this has been a long time coming. Honestly, when things break out of a rising wedge, so this not only was this in a rising wedge that it broke out, that's parabolic. Rising wedges break out very, very big. So I'm going to sit in this position, honestly, just based on that fact alone. Because these tend to ride up hard. Whenever we break out of a rising wedge, because it's supposed to break down. To me, I feel like it's almost too high to call it a fake out. So we get the parabola going. Get ready to ride it because I think it's going to go sideways. It's going to have to touch the 200-day moving average. Or it'll go sideways and you can get back into the... I'm accumulating Adam too. Smart move, man. Very smart move. And you can see it was in the bowl. It was in this bowl of accumulation on the 1 hour. Remember, whenever you can draw this bowl, guys, draw it and buy when you get touches on the bowl. That's how you know when you're getting a good buy. Buy. See that? Maybe a couple little buys here if you have to, but you're already loaded up down here. You hope so. So this is what I see happen for Adam. Let's look at the 4 hour, which is the health of the move. Now the 4 hour already had that big cross. We're coming up. We're on our way to oversold in the 4 hour. Now, we all saw what happened to XRP. We all saw what happened to OMG. I want to look at those on the indicators, and I just want to make an analysis as to, like, you know, do I have to get out of Adam? What's going on? So OMG did its thing on the 4 hour. It was at 266. Wow. It went really high. And it started just getting high. We can say, like, right when it hit this dotted line, it was somewhere in there. So, wow. So, OMG can... So, it's showing me that Adam should be able to hit the target, even being somewhat extended here. If we can just get that giant candle inside of the price action. Wing thing. Let's go. So you guys like Wing, huh? You guys are really into Wing. So Wing is the trade of the day. I guess I'm going to have to call it. 12:38. About to pop right now on the 4 hour. Stokes looking good on the 2 hour. Stokes a little high on the 1 hour. Could get a pump. Looks like it will have to come back down though. And Stokes coming down on the 15-minute, right where we want to enter. We're bouncing off the moving average here. We did have a big bounce in the last 15 minutes, though. See, that candle's pretty big. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. 1 minute. We see our divergence. Swing low to swing low. Swing high to swing high. That gives us our bottom. Tells us that we have a temporary bottom. That's the green dot on Market Cipher. We are rolling over right now, so you don't want to buy it yet. So I'll wait for the Stokes to come back in the 1 minute, and I may enter this trade. Last question, cross or isolated, what is the difference? Give me an example on how to use it in the different occasions. I believe cross and isolated means you'll get more leverage with cross. Cross leverage means it look at your whole account, and it will use what you have in your account to leverage that certain trade. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's like, oh, well, you have more, so we could take more. Isolated means it just takes So cross means it'll actually use what's here in my account, and it will drain my account on liquidation. Isolated means you can only lose the piece of the trade that you're in my opinion. Like, it's isolated from the rest of it. I use cross because I want to be able to get a higher percentage gain on the trade. You see what I'm saying? So that's the idea, you know. And again, never live stream and leverage trade. It's actually impossible because like I can't watch the position while I'm answering questions. So anyway, so that's why we made them very small. I can't really show you like a true full size position. And now, wow, we're getting real bullish divergence now, guys. Like, to me, this is like extreme bullish divergence. I would add to the position again a third time, honestly, on this move here, because that's telling me that this is about to fly. That's what I know. I could be wrong, but that's what I know. That's how I trade. I always enter on bullish divergence. That looks well established. Double bottom, ugly. Still doing really good. We're in an uptrend since we had that fallout sometime this morning. So only a matter of time this turns. It's going to start moving up again. So we can get lower. We can get real low. Be a beautiful entry. Yep. So here's your entry, guys, right there on the bullish divergence. See how we just spiked back up? This would be another place to add to the leverage trade. Just another small position at 8,730 here. Thank you. Thanks. I think I'm going to run out today and see what happens. I'm up. All right, just make sure you put a stop loss at break even, man. Don't play games with yourself. And see, look what I showed you guys. These are the quickest trades to make. You get right here. See what I showed you? And look how fast the trade moves in your favor. Boom. You're already up 0.5. And on 30X, you're already up 15%. That's how fast these trades work. And then you can get out. And then you can get out. Heard that. Yeah, at least put a stop loss into profit if you're going to go for a walk, man. Don't, at least up a little bit, you know? That's all I'm saying. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, you're already doing the right thing. Let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. Love you all. Stay safe. Enjoy your life with all this craziness going on with the news and the media. Focus on the coins, guys. Focus on what matters. And this is what matters right here. We can come back to everything else once we have our money and we're all situated. So, box light corporation stock whenever you can.